Chess College, welcome to the third week, I think, of summer school. It's not as hot. It was on 100 today, so that's always a good day. I want to talk more about Shakespeare today because you're going to write your paper about Shakespeare. I'm going to post a couple little more videos for you to look at. Please do to understand it more in depth. Shakespeare, in his time, wrote some of our most profound humanistic stories of our time. And our time when he wrote this was 600 years ago. People don't change, technology changes. We're all looking for the same thing. We're all looking for meaning. We're looking some sort of love and some sort of comfort and some sort of belief system that we're not alone. We're not in this whole endeavor alone. And Shakespeare addressed all of this over 500 years ago. You've probably looked at the documentary now, see where he's born and raised and all that. But please don't bore everybody with that information in a paper. I want to get down to why does he matter? Well, there's a lot of hints out there why. The fact that we're still performing his plays all these years later, um, over and over and over again. You know how many Hamlet productions, Macbeth productions, Romeo and Juliet, every high school in the world does Romeo and Juliet in every country. Why? Because it's so relevant to who we are as humans. And that's what you can't lose sight of. I mean, some of his famous quotes, to be or not to be, figure it out. What do you think that means? Write about it in your essay. If you write a 3-page essay on that alone, you'll do good. Screw your courage to the sticking place. That's what Lady Macbeth says to Macbeth, her husband, when she's telling him to murder the king and his wife and their family. Um, what a piece of work is man. How noble in reason. These are beautiful sentiments. What a piece of work is man. Look around right now. What a piece of work we are. You know, between our politics and the economy and the wars going on. What a piece of work is man. And the rest is silence. The last line in that Hamlet utters before he passes away is he's been murdered. He's got revenge on his father's death, and now he's been stabbed with a poisoned sword. And the rest is silence. And he's dead. So Shakespeare is so utterly important. I'm just going to verbalize it. In many books, many books written about it. We study it because it's that deep and profound. The language might scare you because it's complicated. It's in poetry. This thing called iambic pentameter. It's got a rhythm to it, like music. When you say it properly, you have to be trained to do that. British dramatic arts train their actors. We train our actors. Go up to Ashland, 100 miles away. They do Shakespeare every year, and they do some marvelous productions. And once you hear it and see it on stage, it makes a lot more sense than when you're reading it, because there's a lot of complicated language that we don't know what some of the stuff is until we see it performed and we understand it. The action and the words have to be seen together to really grasp a hold of of William Shakespeare. Um, I finished, I think, most of the papers. I think I have 2 or 3 left on the last essay. I was really impressed with a lot of it. Um, I'm going to keep hammering this home. You have to do 3 pages. You have to, or you lose points. 2 points if you're short. These objects you're writing about, thousands and thousands of pages have been written about them. Certainly, you can write three. Um, and make sure you put that works cited page. A lot of you didn't, and you lost points on that. I need to know where you got your research at. Where was it? How'd you find these details? On that last essay about Martin Luther, um, you had to mention the 95 theses that he put up on the door of the church. That's his defining moment. He could have been executed over that. He was declared a heretic against the Holy Roman Catholic Church. But he prevailed, and he changed the face of religion in this country, in the world, not in this country, because that was before people even were in this country, but um, he changed everything. And now, of course, now we've got splinter religions. We can't even keep track. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but that's how it is. He made it okay to not be perfect. He made it okay to be human. He made it okay to not consider a sin, a deadly sin, because you might covet thy neighbor's wife. Um, yeah, he freed us up to have a freedom of a religion that we still use today. So that's how important Martin Luther was. Anyway, that's him. I've posted the journal reflection on announcements. That's what this should look like. Everybody's asking me lots of questions about those. They're not that difficult. Each week, I think this class is 6 weeks, maybe 7. I'm not sure. I have to look at my schedule. Um, what went on that week? What did I lecture about? What did you write about? What did you read about in the text or your research online? What movies did you watch? What documentary? What was the topic? What was the theme of that week? Shakespeare, why does he matter? Martin Luther, why does he matter? And it's like a diary. And then a sentence or two of what you got out of it. I didn't know this about Martin Luther. I just thought there's Martin Luther King. Shakespeare is really confusing, but now I understand it better. I just need some hints that you've got something out of it. And then I'm not just screaming into the wind. You're taking it in, you're learning. Learning's never easy. If it was easy, then what's the point? You've got to challenge yourself to dig deep on these essays, as deep as you can. That's why I gave you a whole week to do them. Yes, a lot of you missed the deadline because you either forgot or you waited to the last minute. Yes, I let you submit, but you're going to lose points for being late. If you're going to be late, or if you're late, the assignment is closed on a certain time. You could email it to me at rexhaas@yahoo.com as an attachment. I'll accept it, but you will lose points for being late. What else? In about 2 weeks, we're going to have a little quiz. Don't worry about that yet. It's going to kind of cover what we've been covering. It's going to be 3 questions, essay questions, not true or false, not multiple choice. You'll have to write a paragraph or so about each question. We'll deal with that later, about 2 more weeks. So don't worry about that. Stay cool out there, guys. Stay hydrated. Enjoy your time here on the planet Earth. Enjoy your education. You're only going to do it once. Um, don't dread it. Don't put everything you can into it. It's just as important as your job at Starbucks or your job at the insurance salesman or your family and friends. Education is key to discovering a world out there that is incredible. I hope one day you guys travel in Europe, go to these great places, go to England, go to Paris, go to Spain, all of it. Go to South America, hang out. Hang out in another culture and you'll be shocked how we're all very similar, even though our language or maybe the way we dress is different, but we're all seeking the same things for a meaningful existence. And I hope you're doing that. Hope you get something out of this class. See you next time.